What's going on, guys? This is Jaggernaut back again with another video. College football 26 is frustrating. Not because it's a bad game, because I think it's pretty great. I think it's a better game than College football 25, where I think it can be, but you could tell this game was not finished. Like, it does not have the polish that College football 25. And College football 25 didn't even have the full polish, but the difference between these two games is that College football 25 was developed over what, 4 or 5 years. 26 basically had 9 months. And I think this is where like the honeymoon period of like the college football video games is going to come to an end, because I think with the yearly cycle of games, like I just don't think there's going to be enough time for the devs to actually put in like all the changes they want to do, and then also make sure all the bugs are squashed associated with, you know, adding new things in. So while I do think College Football 26 is a step up, it's a better game, there's some stuff that's like broken. Like, I mean, there's the bug with not being able to snap the ball. I've had multiple crashes on Dynasty. So let's go ahead and just start from the top and then, you know, go through everything. This is not a formal review. I know there's gonna be a lot of people that come out with reviews soon. I know Soft Drink TV is coming out with his soon. Angry Joe Show. Those are people that I really like to watch because they are critical, but I think they are real about it. Like, they really go into the deep into the issues. Like, nothing against the sports writers. They play it for like 10 hours at the most, and they're like, this game is great. Like IGN, step in the right direction. But anyways, let's just go ahead and start from the top. So presentation. We're gonna start with presentation. I think it's pretty good. I think presentation is probably where they cook the most, and there isn't as much broken stuff here. So it's all from the runouts to the different kind of runs out. So there's like there's technically 3 of them now. So there's like the quick runouts for like when you're playing online or like a game that's not really that important. You have like the normal one, and then you have like a night run out for some schools. Again, really cool. I like how they're adding a bunch of different features there. The score bug is also a highlight for me, and honestly, the entire like broadcast package that they've done for 26, it looks really good. Like the different transitions that they're using, it's really smooth. It works really well. Like, I think the people who worked on that did a great job. They definitely cooked there. Another part where I think they did really good is with the adding new marching band songs. Like, so. Like, for example, Florida State, when they score a touchdown, they play the correct song now. Same with Tennessee, because I think with Tennessee, they was always playing Rocky Top, which that's not what happens when they score a touchdown. It's like after they kick the field goal. They actually like update it to the correct songs, which it adds to that immersion. Like, for people who are like college football sickos. If you're a college football sicko, you like when that stuff is accurate. And also like the crowd, like I think the crowd has gotten a lot better too. Like, just from a detailed perspective, like you have that, you know, HD group of fans that they put in, which I think is a lot better too. But then like also like the tens of thousands of fans that you have that aren't as high quality, because I know there are some people saying like we need like higher quality like of those fans, which, to be honest, that would be crazy, because I think it would max out the game's memory if you like made them all 4K or something. But I do think they're better. Like, the animations they're doing is not as weird. Like, it seems to be better. They're timing up with like big plays as well. And then also the sound of the crowd. Like, the crowd gets loud, and it reacts in a proper manner. And same with like if you land a big hit, the crowd go, ooh. Like, I think that's really cool. The crowd sings in some songs as well. So a lot of these things are really cool. A lot of these great features. And again, that's where I think the immersion there. And look, I didn't even talk about dynamic time of day, or dynamic lighting is what we really want to call it. Dynamic lighting is awesome. I think dynamic lighting is great. It does not include dynamic weather. And this is where we're going to get into one of the bad things. For some people playing on Dynasty, they've only played rain games. Like my buddy, we're in like a online Dynasty, and he quit out 3 times. Got all rain games. He couldn't get a non-rain game. I'm against like the rain games in general, because unless you have dynamic weather where the rain can start and stop, it just makes no sense, because I don't want to play in a game where it's raining the whole game. It's not fun. Like, the snow games are fine. Snow games are fun. And the snow did get improved. It's not like the Madden snow, which I'll be honest, like I'm sure they'll bring it over next year, but I I feel like that blizzard kind of snow doesn't really happen a lot in college football. That doesn't happen late enough in the year. So I will say I think the snow is actually pretty good. But the rain, no one likes the rain. People usually quit the game and try to jump back in, and it's always a rain game. So like that's another, like my first gripe there is like that the rain is just kind of mid. Like it sucks. Like people don't like playing in it. And then we gotta talk about like the jerseys. The jerseys get dirty, which is cool, but like they get like they're like muddied up. Like they're like super dirty by like the first drive, which I like this feature. Just tone it back a bit. Like it doesn't have to be as crazy. Now there is like a cool feature here. So depending if you're playing on grass or turf, the type of wear is different. So if you're playing on a grass field, like you'll see more like brown stains from like the dirt, and if you're playing on a turf field, you don't see as much, but you'll see like black stains, and that's because like the pellets from like the field or whatever. I think that's a really cool like feature. I think that's really sick that they have that in. But anyways, getting back to that, let's talk about commentary. Now commentary, I think it's better. It's still not perfect. I definitely think it is improved. Chris Fowler did go in the booth and gave us some more energetic calls. Now, I think some of us, like myself, were initially expecting some of those crazy calls like he does when he's commentating on Saturdays in real life. But then I realized he can't do that for hours at a time. Like his voice would literally go out. Like he made those videos where he like has to keep his throat like moist. Or that's such a weird, I don't know why I said that, but he has to keep like his throat good so it doesn't like lose his voice or whatever. So I get it. Like, and there's times where he's commentating games in real life, and by the fourth quarter, like he's losing his voice. So maybe we won't get those like super crazy calls like we get in real life, but there's definitely more energetic calls. I think the commentary has improved, which is like building off of College Football 25. Like there's still repeated lines, but it also seems like some of the lines are re-recorded. Like, and one of the ones where it's like Reese Davis is like, you can get a first down here without scoring. That's a different line. Like he recorded it like for College Football 26. Like it's a different kind of like I know it's a different line. Because when you're playing College Football 25, you know when it's like this is the exact line, and when it was said a little bit different, I thought it was cool. Like at least it's different. Like if it's a different recording, like it gives you some it doesn't feel like a complete copy over, which of course there's gonna be some things that get copied over. It doesn't make sense to like just delete the commentary and restart every time, like building on top of it, but also like re-recording lines that are really common and maybe need to get more energy or give you more options as well. But now let's talk about gameplay. Gameplay overall I think is good. I like the gameplay. There are some bugs with it though. That's the problem. Like this is the thing with a yearly release, and this is why I'm super glad that College Football 25 was such a solid foundation, because that game was given basically as much time as it needed. I mean, we all remember, I don't think you guys remember, but we got delayed a year. Imagine if that got like released in 2023. Like the game we got now would have been 25 that we end up getting. Like that would have been crazy. So I'm glad they like delayed it in hindsight. So the fact that College Football 25 is such a solid foundation, it's really gonna, I think, make this college football series have a solid floor at the very least. Like I think at the bare minimum, it's not gonna suck. It's gonna be a good game at the very least, which is something that we really can't say about Madden, because Madden has been built on garbage for years. So like they can only replace and fix so much in a 9-month dev cycle. So the devs probably realize that too. They're like, they'll come like, what the heck is this? What is this? Like, I mean, it's not just the engine, guys. Like the engine it's not just Frostbite. Like it's the base code. Like it's all that. So the fact that even though College Football 25 is built off of like Madden base code, they were able to get rid of a bunch of stuff that they didn't need and fix efficiency. So College Football 25 being a solid game has really set the series up for being at least a good game. But again, like in College Football 26, there's some things that is kind of broken with the gameplay. Like there's times where I'll be playing defense and all of a sudden like the corners switch zones and then like the receivers run wide open. Like that's something that like everything is great and then this thing happens and I'm like, what the heck? I do think even though the game does feel a little bit more, I guess, clunky, I actually don't mind it. And it took me a little bit of an adjustment, I think, with a lot of games when they changed the movement up. But I think it's a lot better. Like, I think overall the gameplay is better. The no eyes, no picks, I think that's real. And also, like, 50-50 balls feel like 50-50 balls. And there's some people complaining about getting mossed, but it's like, that's part of the game. Like, people, like, it obviously when you're on defense and you can easily break up a pass, you're like, yeah, that's great, good defense. But when you start getting mossed for like the first time by the CP, you're like, whoa, what the heck? Like, there's some really cool calls here. And I think they did a good job with like the overall gameplay, but there's just some bugs that they need to fix. Again, the game just doesn't seem to be finished. And something for me is like, I've been doing a team builder dynasty, and like I had 5 crashes since like early access started. I don't think I got a single crash. Like, not like a crash where it like sends you to the main menu, but like, no, the game just quits. Like, it sends me to the Xbox menu. Like, that's crazy. And I think maybe that's because of Team Builder. I've asked my buddy who's played like normal dynasties, he hasn't gotten it. But like, I've gotten it a few times and it's like mid-game and it doesn't save your progress or anything. So like, I'm like, what the heck is happening? I have to replay the whole game. Like, imagine if you're playing like the game of your life, it's the most crazy back and forth game, and then it just crashes and you have to do the whole thing again. Like, that's a scenario where I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna sim the game because I'm like tired of it. Like, I think the last time I've dealt with it was when I was playing NCAA 14 on the revamp mod. When I was playing it on an emulator, like the game would just crash. But that's a different thing. It's an emulator. This is a full release game. And then College Football 25 didn't really have those. Like, there would be those soft locks where if I was doing an online game, it would just stay in the loading screen, which is like, that's a server thing. But the fact the game just crashes is again crazy to me. And I also want to hear some of your thoughts about what you like. Like, let's be positive, but let's also be critical. What do you like? What don't you like? Let's talk about that. I love how the wear and tear has been built up from 25 and how the whole roster management, like in game, like, I'll be honest, I don't think wear and tear has been as annoying as I thought it was going to be. Like 25, it was annoying, but now it just, because of how things are like players are subbed out, it's not that bad. And I like how with dynamic subs, I can see that my left tackle is like hurting and I can put my backup in and he's actually going to be better than my starter in this case. Like, I love doing that because I normally don't check for that. And it gives you a little like arrow, or it's like a hazard indicator little icon that shows like, hey, you should probably check out your dynamic subs. I like that a lot. Did I tell you that dynamic time of day is also great? It is. I kind of switched back from the into dynamic weather, which again, not in the game, but dynamic time of day is beautiful. It really, the game looks great. Other than from like, fixing like the visuals of the game, if they can fix the jersey stuff, the flat jackets still look a little weird. They look better. Like, they don't make you look fat. Like, they'll make it looks, I don't know. It's getting there, but it's not all the way there. I still use them on my quarterbacks, but like, just from some angles, it just looks a little weird. But it's not like completely garbage like last year where like they made all like Nico Umiov, whatever his name is, he looks like super fat when in reality he's like a really skinny guy. Also like the body types. I like how they added a muscular, a lean, thin, like and it also like coordinates with like your weight too. Let's go into Dynasty a little bit, kind of jumping around. Dynasty, I think I really like the transfer portal. I like how it's crazy. I know some people were like freaking out about how like you lose all your players, but I've noticed like I'll lose a lot of players, but I feel like I can also get a lot of players in the portal. So like you can get the players that aren't starting at a power program and replace the guys who were like outgrew your program. And I like, again, with like the wear and tear and the transfer portal and all this stuff, you can customize it. If you want to turn off the portal, just set it to 0 and the portal just doesn't exist. I haven't done that before, but like that's cool. Like if you don't want to deal with the transfer portal and just deal with like just traditional recruiting, you could do that. That's really cool. Or you can set it to 30, which again, like that's pretty wild. I'm glad they didn't cap it at like 50, because if you put it to 50, you would like lose your entire roster, because I feel like that would happen. Like I would lose 20 guys and I'm like, you know what, there was probably like another 20 guys that probably would have left too, but like they hit the limit. It's like, I can't imagine like in real life, the players like rushing to the transfer portal to be the first 20. And then like, if you're the 21st guy, you're like, sorry, buddy, 20 guys already entered the portal. Looks like you're stuck. Looks like you're stuck here for another year. To my benefit, obviously. But I have liked the portal. Again, it giveth, it taketh. I like how you can get quarterbacks and all that stuff. Like it's a lot more enjoyable. The dynamic deal breakers is really cool as well. Again, these are like those incremental updates that it may not like, they're not the back of the box features that they'll put on there, but it just really makes it a lot better. And that's probably why, that's why I would recommend people to get this game. If they care about these Dynasty upgrades, I would get it. Now, if you're not in a rush to buy this game, don't buy it. It needs updates. Like there's gonna be some things that won't get fixed for like a few weeks. The problem with these games is that, because I think the way it works with the updates is that it takes a few weeks. Like they have to finish the update and then like submit it to, I think, Sony and Microsoft for like approval, and then it gets pushed out. So like they could have an update ready and it won't come out for like 2 weeks. So that's why like the first title update probably won't come out until like August, in my opinion. Maybe late August, but I'm sure it will fix a lot of things. But while we're on to that, I feel like I'm just segueing to the next topic. These transitions are crazy. Oh, also, let me transition to, hey, if you like this video, you should like it, and you should subscribe if you like this. I've been seeing all the great comments and feedback you guys have been giving on my videos. Thanks, you guys are awesome. Like, I'm so grateful of you guys. It's super fun to be able to like talk to you guys in the comment section. Let me know, should I start streaming these games and like we just talk like during the stream, just talk about like shoot the S. Like, I'm not trying to cuss, I don't want to get demonetized, even though I don't really make any money from this channel anyways. Gotta work that real job. Anyways, let's transition to Team Builder. So Team Builder, I will say, I guess finishing off the Dynasty stuff, I like the updates overall. I think they did a good job. I don't really think there's a lot there's probably some bugs that I'm missing out of, but overall it seems good. Duke seems to be really good for some reason. I think it might be a playbook thing, which I'm like, y'all, EA, like, why is y'all sim logic focused on the playbook so much? Regardless, or Duke's just good. Who knows? Maybe Duke is gonna be good. They said Florida State was gonna suck last year, and we were like, nah, that can't be real. But they were kind of right. Okay, Team Builder. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Team Builder kind of disappointed me. Again, the updates that they brought were great, but like it's almost like and I'm gonna talk about the equipment community too, because I do think their voices needed to be heard. I know they were being really, really aggressive to some people, but I get it. When you are really passionate about a certain thing and then they didn't update it, they didn't address it, it makes you feel like your voice isn't being heard. So I completely understand like what these guys are talking about. I mean, obviously I don't condone like telling a dev to go F themselves or whatever. Like, come on guys. The devs are not the enemies here. Like, it's the people, it's the guys in the suits at corporate EA that are like, hey, we're giving you this many resources, get the game done in this much time. Like, I really think if we gave the devs as much time and money to cook, they cook. They cook when they can. I mean, look at 25. It was a great game. And that was after like 4 years. Like, imagine if like they did a bi-yearly release, but again, they will never do that. So Team Builder, they added a lot of things for like roster creation, which is cool. Like, you can now change your names and stuff. I wish they added a randomizer like for the names, because let's say you want to add like a few teams onto your Dynasty and they're all Cupcake as the roster template. They're all gonna have the same quarterback name. Like, so you have to go and change them yourselves, which, you know, maybe you would do that anyways, but I wish you could just like randomize the names, like make it real easy to do. Another thing that I am like really annoyed with is the end zones on Team Builder. I made this in my last video. The end zones on Team Builder are still blank. This is like so immersion breaking. Again, it's like, this is like my little equipment thing. Like, this is my single leg sleeve moment. Like, while people are gonna clown on me for like, dude, it's just an end zone, but like, it's so immersion breaking. Like, imagine you have a Cupcake roster, you put all your sliders on F. That's another thing. You can't change the sliders directly to F. You have to pick like a preset, which why make it a slider? Like, you can't even drag the little slider, whatever. Honestly, I think they did that so it probably doesn't, something broke. Something must have broke if you did like custom sliders. They give you enough. I'm actually not too super upset with it. They give us enough options there. But let's say you start off with like the all F grades. You build a program up from literally like hell, from the bottom up. You finally make the playoff. Your first game, you go into the Rose Bowl, baby. And then you go out, you run out to the field, and you know what? You see a blank end zone. You see your color. So like, if your primary color is red, you'll see a red end zone with the playoff logo and nothing else. Come on, guys. Like, that is, a quick fix. Here's a quick fix. I know like they pull like the assets from like the existing end zone, and obviously you can't do that because it's like it's pulling images. And so this is a quick fix, guys. For any devs that are watching, you want a quick fix to make it easy. Just set up like a end zone template on the back end for team builder teams. And what it does is it uses a generic font, whatever it is, whatever font you want to choose. I don't care. Give us a choice, give us not the choice, whatever. It pulls the team name. So if I'm building Bradenton University, it pulls Bradenton. And then it does the primary color is the background, secondary color is the text color, maybe a white outline. Or you know what? Make it as simple as the primary color is the background, and then the secondary color is the text. And then that's it. That would make it so much better. Just add the text in. Again, it should be possible. Now, if you want to give us the text layers for the end zone, allow us to write in the text ourselves. Like, I love that we can add custom layers. It is cool. Like, don't get me wrong, but just having that end zone is going to be really cool. Okay. Also, another thing is like the pant stripes and helmet stripes. Like, a lot of them are kind of whack. They also remove some of them, which like I think they should just model whatever like real teams are using. Like some of the stripes that are like that these teams are using are pretty cool and unique. And I don't know, some of them are like, I don't like the super skinny lines on some of them. It seems kind of old. Like it feels like it's the old team builder. But like for the helmets, they should give us more unique like stripe options. But you know, I will say it's very easy to just put a custom layer on it. So if the devs are watching this, if you want to do something, like put that text there. And it's like there's some dynamic elements that gets carried over from team builder teams into like dynasty mode that is done so well, like with the score bug, it does it perfectly. It grabs the primary color, grabs the name, adds the logo. Same thing with the video boards. Like the video boards is like it's in the background. They look so good in how it carries the logo and all that. It looks really good. Again, like, why can't we have these, like, dynamic elements in parts of the game where it matters the most, like, on the field? Trying to think. There are some other nitpicks that I could talk about, like, for example, jersey patches and conference logos when you do relocate or do conference realignment. The colors aren't right. Like, for example, like, I don't know why the Big Ten... Like when you relocate a team to the Big Ten, the logo should always be white. That's how it is. It should just be a white. It shouldn't change based off that. Same thing with the conference patches. You know what? It's fine. I'm not going to complain too much because it's like I'm nitpicking here. But like these are the little things that I care about. Also, give us a default run out for Team Builder. Like it's I understand like if you're picking a stadium that has like a specific team run out, which again, that could be, maybe do it for the generic stadiums, you know, like do it for the generic stadiums, or like start the run out like after like the area where it would be less team specific, you know, but whatever. Or, and this is another thing where I'm actually like, if the runouts doesn't work, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. But the end zone text fix, another thing is allow us to pick a different fight song. Like, I don't want to listen to Air Force's fight song. Sorry, nothing against the Air Force, but come on, guys, let us pick something else. We have 136 teams, 136 fight songs. Let us pick one. I'm not asking for a music creator. I'm not asking for us to, like, EA to let us compose our own music. I don't need that. Just let me pick whatever fight song I want. Hey, if you want to add icing on the cake, maybe allow us to pick different first down things, like, and just use the existing assets. Like, I think it was old Team Builder, you could import, like, actual real life, like, you could put your own, like, music and stuff into it. You know, if you don't want to do the licensing stuff, that's fine. Just let us pick what's in the game. There's some awesome band songs. Let's go back to, now let's run it back to the, yeah, I guess we'll go back to the band and the crowd. The band, like, singing and all the band songs, super cool. Also, the extra songs that they got licensed in, again, super cool. So, what are my overall thoughts? Should you buy College Bowl 26? If you're still on the fence, like now, ask yourself this. Are you playing College Bowl 25? Are you still having fun? Do you not care about updated rosters. Because this is the one thing, College Football 25 will not get updated rosters. Like, that's not something you can do like within Madden's. Like, if you don't want to play Madden 26 and you have Madden 25, which I'll be honest, I don't know why you would do that. But let's say you don't want to pay for the game, you can get updated rosters. You cannot do that in College Football 26 because of like NIL stuff. So if you care about that, that's important. Oh yeah, I guess we'll talk about one thing about the stiff arms. People were like complaining about stiff arm being a little overpowered. Maybe tune it down like 10%. But the thing is people be hit sticking too much. Like wrap up, and then also cut stick. Come on. I'm trying to finish this up. Again, overall, my thoughts. I like the game. I'm having a lot of fun. I also like some of the Ultimate Team stuff, but that's kind of pay to win. But, you know, the live service game. So here's the thing. That's another thing. If you want to play online or play cuts, you kind of have to get the new game. There's nothing much with it. And that's probably the reason why we'll never, like, not have a yearly release. Like, some people are talking about college basketball may not be a yearly release. That quote was taken a little bit out of context by Matt Brown. Like, he mentioned that, hey, like, they could do this. They're probably going to do a yearly release. They're probably going to spend 4 years, make a solid game, and then they're going to do a yearly release because people are going to want to play cut, I guess, butt. They're going to call it butt. Basketball Ultimate Team. They're going to call it butt. That's crazy. But yeah, people are going to be playing butt, and they want to do, like, they have to do a yearly release unless they're just trying to stretch the content out, you know, year over year, or maybe they do like a reset or something. But like, that's what makes the money. That's what makes them a lot of money. And I'm gonna be real with y'all. The reason why like Dynasty and Road to Glory does not have microtransactions is because of Ultimate Team. Like 2K is not a saint. I know some people are saying like, well, what if 2K could make a game? Look at 2K5. That game is great. Don't get me wrong. It's an excellent game. The devs that worked on that game they're probably not even developers anymore. I mean, they might be, but like that type of game doesn't exist anymore. That will never exist anymore. We're in the era where these companies, these big companies, Take-Two, EA, they all care about making money. They want as much money as possible. Similar to like with the NFL, like they wanted to keep the license exclusive with EA because they know that if competition will probably bring the price down. And they don't want that. They want the most money. If you're in the NFL's best interest, the best interest is to keep it exclusive, which is crazy when I saw that development. I could make a video on that, but I think Eric Wayweather, Ray Weather, I say it Ray Weather, did a good job already. But yeah, guys, this is a little bit of a unscripted, just commentary talking about the game. Let me know your thoughts. What are you playing? What game mode are you playing? I didn't even talk about Road to Glory. Shoot, I'm just going off the walls. Road to Glory is I played it for the first time today. I don't know. There was also a bug there too, where like I was calling a play and then I wasn't even playing the game. Like I was on the sidelines. I'm like, why am I calling the play? So maybe I'll play Road to Glory a little bit more. Again, this isn't a formal review, guys. This is just my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. But other than that, this has been Jagnal. I will talk to you guys next time.